Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Pelletier Craft Studios. I am Elaine, and today we're going to be scrapping. Not scrapbooking, scrapping. That just means that we're going to take all of that scrap paper that you've been saving up. You got it in boxes here and bags here, and oh God, what can I say? You got it everywhere. We're going to take it today, and we're going to use it in a very, very special way. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but you're going to find out that when we use this, it's going to make some drop dead gorgeous cards. Well, look, this is going to be a long video, so go ahead, prop your feet up, grab you a drink. Pepsi, Coke, orange, whatever it is that you like. And let's get busy doing some real crafting. Here we go. So, as you can see on my craft table, I have a bunch of stuff. And that's all I'm going to call it. It's just stuff. And the reason I'm calling it stuff is because, as you can see, I just went and dropped a bunch of stuff on my desk. That's the best way to use all of these pieces. So, as you can see, I got a little bit of ribbon. Let's throw this ribbon over here. I don't need it right now. And I've got a bunch of scrap paper. But what I did mostly that you need to see is I went and I pulled all of my scrap paper and I put it together in colors. And I just took the junk that I had laying around. So I found some ribbon, I found some blues, I found some paper I like. I just found all kinds of stuff that I thought, hey, this will work for the card that I want to make. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to take all of my stuff and we're going to just start building. And as we're building, I'm going to show you a few things. For example, the first thing we're going to build is a card that is an easel card. So if you've taken any of my classes, you've seen me do an easel card before. We did them in class, and we had a really good time doing them. And we're going to do them again today. We're going to do some other stuff as well. Got a little bit of a cloth here. Let me get that. There you go. So we're going to be making this card today, and it is going to be a stencil card. So as you can see, I've already got my base fixed. If you want to know more about how to cut this base, then you're going to just have to hang out with me on another day, and I'll show you how to do it. Past this, I want to make sure that I put a stopper down. So what I'm going to do is just take another piece of paper. Come on, you know where I got this from, right? You've seen me do this card before. I just pulled this off the end of some paper. That's where it comes from. I'm going to put it down right here. Because I'm using scraps, people, I am just cutting, snipping all over everywhere. Snip that end off. We'll come back around here and we'll snip that end off. And there you go. Now you can see I have my easel card and I have a stopper set up for it. I didn't want it to lay. There you go. That's perfect. Now, I also went through to see what other kind of stuff I had laying around in the craft room. Here's some of the things I found. I really, truly liked this. I thought, okay, that would be really pretty on my page. Oh, that would be too, but too late. I already got a little glue down. Now, some of these pieces I have pre-cut. Some of them, this is exactly what I found in my craft room. Now, as you can see, this piece is one that I didn't cut. It was what I found in my craft room. It's a little shorter than what you might normally see me use, but that's cool. How you like this white flower? Oh, well, it used to be this color. When I get to one of the others, I'm going to show you how I took this white flower and made it into something very pretty. Oh, there's a little white spot. You can see it used to be white. I'm going to put it down here. And, of course, I'm not particularly interested in the wire in it, so we'll snip that off. I'm going to push this down here. Now, I thought about it. I could come back and put this down, but for me, I don't know. It was a bit much, not exactly what I wanted. So, as I was rambling through my stuff, I found blue leaves. And if you want to know where these blue leaves come from, remember this was laying on my desk? There's my blue leaves, guys. Just want you to know all of this is scrap. It's just scrap I have found here, there, and everywhere. And because I do want to kind of keep it in color, I'm going to put that right there. Now, this card might end up being for Cindy, so you know how Cindy is. She's got to have her butterflies. And I could come back and put my butterfly over here, but I decided I really want my butterfly to be on my flower. So, again, this is a card that I will probably hand to somebody. I probably will not mail it. So, I'm just going to take and put my butterfly right there. Now, if I have any scrapbookers watching, you could tell me right now. I absolutely know this would be an awesome, awesome piece to put on a scrapbook page. But this is not what that is. It's a birthday card. So let's come in here and let's put our sentiment on it. I didn't cut that straight, which is pretty typical for me. But this was a piece of patterned paper. It was kind of blotched. This is what the other side of it looked like. It was kind of blotched. What the heck? I liked it, and I decided I wanted to use it. So we're going to put this down as well. Remember, this is an easel card, so it's going to stick up. I want to be sharp about how I make things stick up because I do have this flower sticking up. So there we go. There is our card number 1. And as you can see, I didn't use everything I had pulled out. I just used a few simple things. Love it. This is wanting to be one of my favorite cards around. All right, so we've still got some more pieces that we can use that are blue. So let's get started making another card. Now, this time I have not pre-cut anything. As you can see, this is a little big. So I'm going to drag out my trimmer, which is buried underneath all this stuff that I've been moving to the side. Pull out the trimmer. Okay, so I have my trimmer. And now I'm going to take and I'm going to cut this to 4 inches. And I know that it's short, but that's okay because I want you to watch what I'm going to do with the piece that I just cut off. So this is just going to be a regular flat card. So I'm going to put this piece here, and then I'm going to take the piece that I cut off and I'm going to put it down here on the bottom. And as you can see, it is a little long, so I'm going to want to cut a little bit off of it. Again, none of this is pre-planned any more than I've just laid pieces out that I want to use. So here we go. I'm going to put this down at the bottom. So if you're watching us and you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to click the button to subscribe because our YouTube channel has changed. That wasn't a pleasant thing that happened, but it did happen. So it's possible that you're not following us. You may need to go back and, as I said, you need to click on the link that says you want to subscribe. Otherwise, you won't be getting our pieces. So I decided that I wanted to use this on it. I just liked the way it looked. Oh, wow. Maybe I like that better. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, but yes, that is just, I'm going to use it. What the heck? Here we go. We're going to change our mind midstream. Isn't that what we do when we're just crafting with scraps? We change our mind midstream. So here we go. We'll put this down. Notice how all of these are starting to come together. Okay, now I did make a few flowers, and I'm going to show you how I made these flowers because each one of them was made at a different time. As you can see, I was probably putting these on an album somewhere, but each one of these were made at a different time. So I'm going to show you how I made them so that you'll know how to do these when you get started. The first thing I did was I took out my Parisian blue from Altenew. If you haven't heard, this is an awesome color. We do have it on the inside of our store. Cindy will put the link in our Facebook page to tell you how to find it. But for those of you that are not on Facebook, you're on our YouTube, just let you know that you can find this Parisian blue by going to Pelletier Craft Studio /shop. And then just type in inks and it will come up. I am super excited at the fact that we're going to be getting a new store. It goes live on Thursday. So be sure you jump in on Thursday because on Thursday when our new store goes live, we're also going to have just tons and tons and tons of new products that were being posted on the inside of our new store that's not hitting in our store today. How about that? Don't you just love it when things come out new? Oh, we do. And we have so many new products. And there you go. Well, I was going to put this down, but I can't make it stick. Well, let's try it again. Probably all the oils I've got on my hands. That would do it in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. And in some cases, I decided that I wanted to use beads, and I just used random beads that I had laying around. I still can't get this thing to stick. So there you go. We ain't going to do it. I know what does stick. My precision glue gun. And we know that that precision glue gun is getting ready to hit the market again. So if you have not pre-ordered your precision glue gun, I cannot say it enough. You need to do it like right now. Because when they come out, everybody who has a pre-order with PelletierCraftStudio.com/shop is going to get this precision gun first. If you order it and you order it on the day they go live, you may not be able to get yours on time, okay? So there we go. So here's one of the ways that you can make this flower, and as you see, even when you make it flat, it's kind of cute, okay? So I'm going to put it on here. Now, I do have the option of using either one of these. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of a hard choice for me. But I think I am going to go and use my ones that has the beads on it. So, I'll see if I can make this work now. Otherwise, I'm going to just throw it in the trash and find another one. It's been open to air, so that's probably what's wrong with it too. Oh yeah, that was a lot stickier. And then we're going to pull up this piece. Wow, talk about being a bear. Woo! Alright, so I do want to put a few leaves down beside it. So notice how I'm just dropping my leaves on the adhesive that I already have down. So that way it makes it go down a little bit easier. But more importantly, it gives me the leaves that I need behind it without, oh, I kind of like it with just that. There you go. And I did want to put another sentiment on it. Didn't want to necessarily use the same one. So what I've done, guys, is I've taken all of my scrap white paper and I've just started making, just die cut, just stamping them with all of my sentiments on them so that I am using up all of those little scrap pieces of white paper that I have laying around. And honey, I have got a bag full of them. And we're using them on everything I'm doing today as often as I can. But all of this are just pieces that were laying around in my scrap room, and I made the decision that I wanted to use each and every one of them. So there is another one of our cards. How about that, girls? And we've just been playing with scrap paper. We have not used anything that wasn't just laying around in the craft room. So let's put that one right over there. And I know, but we're going to do another one. I told you this could be a long one. And this time you can see I've drug out all kinds of things. But I was just mentioning to you how I have all of this scrap paper laying around. So I want you to look. I have bags and bags of white scrap paper. So we're going to use them. And we're going to use all of these bags, white scrap paper. And as you can see, what I've done is I've laid down these pieces and then I stamped them and I used my stencil to color over them. This is just some of the sentiments that I've pulled out. I cut out a butterfly and I have the word birthday. So now we're going to take all of this and we're going to build a card with it. So I had this left over from a kit. If you have taken any of my classes, you know that we do some awesome kits, but once in a while we have a kit that's left over. And so I'm going to take my kit And I'm going to make flowers out of it. Now, I am starting at the top. And the reason that I'm starting at the top is because I don't want to have a lot of space pop up at the top, but I might like to have some extra space pop up at the bottom. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to take and we're going to put it down with our adhesive. And because they're strips, I'm not going to work specifically hard on making these strips touch one another. I'm going to actually leave a small space between them. But I do want to make sure that my flowers line up. So I'm going to be a little sharp in how I put them down, but at the same time, as you can see, I am making them back into the flower that they were originally. There we go. Now I haven't measured this out, so I may end up being short. Maybe should have come further down from the top, but that's quite okay because I have ideas on what I can put in the bottom of it. Look at this. Isn't this cute? And it's so simple to do. I just use all of those scraps. There we go. Now, because I have room down here at the bottom, I can come back, I can put my sentiment down here, I can put my happy birthday down there, and I can put my butterfly up here. So that's how we're going to do it. Let's see if we can put us down some pieces that will make it pop. And I'm sure these are going to work this time because I got rid of that one that had been exposed to the air. There we go. We'll put that butterfly. Oh, don't want him over that far. He'll be off my card. Maybe I should have cut my edges first. We'll put him down there. And we'll put our happy birthday down here at the bottom. There we go. And we don't have to have nothing straight. What the heck? Now we'll take our trimmer and we'll come back. And if you notice, I've got my trimmer marked. That's because when people come to my craft room crafting, they have a tendency to want to walk off with my trimmer. I don't mean walk off as in go home. I mean walk off as is they pick it up and they take it to their desk and they use it, and I am not able to find my trimmer. So we're fixing that right now. Now these pieces are obviously too little to keep, so I'm tossing them. And now I'm going to come back and put my card down on my base. And look at this. Is this not beautiful? And like I said, all I did was throw together a few pieces that I had. There we go. And there is our next card. How about that? Love the way all of these are coming out. So let's go into another color. Now remember, I still have all of these other scrap pieces that I can make cards with. But at this time, we're just going to be playing around, making a few colors, and then later on I'll go back and do some more with the other colors. All right, so this time we're going to be doing a card in our purples. Now, everybody here knows that this is Cindy Luby's favorite colors, and so we're going to just jump in and make some super nice cards out of it. Now, this piece of paper was a little big, but I still wanted to use it for my card. Ooh, that's exactly, let's see. Nah, we're going to have to cut it this way. So let's make it the full color of our cardstock. I'm going to have a beautiful piece to make something out of that. And then we'll come around here and we want to make this at 4 1/4 because I am going to color the full. Oh, look at that. That's going to be another beautiful card right there because I want to use this to cover my full piece of cardstock. There we go. All right, now, so when we get ready to make this one, we're going to make it a little bit different from the other one that we made a few minutes ago. I had this round, and if those of you who have taken my class, you recognize this round. It's one that we used in the reveal wheel class. So I've got it. I thought, oh, wow, that would be super pretty as a backdrop behind these pieces. But my first thought that came out of my mouth or out of my mind was, that's a little bit too white. So we're back into our blending brushes. I'm going to pull out my purple, and I'm going to pull out my purple ink. This is the Be Grateful. And we're going to do some edging here. So one thing I love about my mat is that my mat can take it. It may get some of that dye put on it, but it can take it. And I love it. Oh my God, I love it. So as you can see, I'm just doing a little edging around here, but I'm going kind of deep into my card or into my circle. And the reason for that being is that I kind of want to have all of it a little bit colored. I don't want a whole lot of that white showing. So here we go. We're just about done with this. All right. So again, all of these are, most of these anyway, are supplies from classes that I've done here at Papercraft here at Pelletier Craft Studio. I don't even know where I'm at today. And they were left over. So they end up in my little scrap bag. And today when I decided I'm going to show you how we're going to use our scraps, I just went in and pulled this stuff out of my bag. So there we go. Love the way this is going to be working out. Look, see how that purple, it's not exact, but it's super nice. I'm going to put this on top of it so that it will have some depth to it. I am going to come back and pop it up. And there we go. And I like the way that butterfly is sitting there. So I'm going to put this down so that that butterfly will be right there at the top. So there you go. So we have another card ready. All I need to do is put it on my base and it will be ready as well. My base here is a little small, being it's not a full card. So we may have to do some reaching back here and grab us one. That one's small too. Ooh, there we go. Let's put it on this. Oh yeah, I like that. That'll work. So here we go. We're going to put this down and we'll have this card done. And you see, I could have easily used this side as my base as well. All right, we're using up scraps here. So I'm going to do one more card, and this card is also going to be done in our purple. And this time I am going to show you how I got that blue flower purple. So here's what we're going to do. If you took my alcohol class, then you have seen me do this and you know how gorgeous it comes out. But I am using two colors. If you were in my class, you got this color free. This is my Desert Night. And then I'm also going to be taking my Candy Apple Pink. Now when you mix the Candy Apple Pink and the Desert Night, which is actually a pink and a blue, it comes out to be a really pretty color. But because I want it to be a certain color, I'm going to test it until I get it to be the color that I want it to be. Now, the blue is really strong, so that means that because I put more than one drop down, which I didn't mean to do, we're going to have to come back in here and work with, oh, there we go. Now we're getting the color that we want. But because that's the color that I want, I'm going to just add another alcohol to it, stir it up, and you can see I've got quite a bit of alcohol here, so I can do a whole lot of flowers with this. And it is coming out to be a little closer to the purple that I want it to be. Now what I'm going to do is take my flower, and I'm just going to dab it with this purple. And as you can see, I'm not taking a whole lot of care about getting it on smooth or getting it on color. This is really going to be pretty. In fact, it's going to pop. I don't want to cover up all of the white. I do want to have some of the white standing, especially on the lower pieces. So I'm just coming in here and just brushing it around. Notice I'm not being meticulous about how I do it. I'm just pushing it around. And there's my flower. And when it dries, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And this is the piece that I'm going to use with it. Oh, no, I think I like this one better. So let's get it trimmed. And we're going to make this card. This is going to be our last one. So here we go. So this time we are going to come back with a purple base. We're going to use our card yet again, only this time I think we'll use the back side of it. Oh no, let's use a strip. Woohoo! I like that better. So we're going to take this strip of flowers and we're going to run it here at 5. So I'm taking it over here and giving it a little cut. I'm going to run it right there. I think this is probably the one that I was looking for. There we go. And I have a happy birthday here somewhere. I saw it just a minute ago. We're going to use this. And this is going to be another big thick card. This would also be another piece that would be beautiful if you decided to put it on your scrapbook page. As you can see, I'm using things that I had out of my paper. Some of them I have pre-cut. Some of them have not been. I'm going to put this one down right here and push it back up after I've pulled it down. And there's my happy birthday. We're going to pop it up. And there's my next card. As you can see, ladies, these cards have all been super, super easy to do. I'll take a picture of this one when it dries, and you'll get to see just how pretty that purple really is. Right now, it's a little wet, so it's not as pretty as I'd like for it to be. So here you go. This is card number 1. Card number 2. Card number 3. Card number 4. And card number 5. Thank you. Bye.